Hey guys, what's going on? It's Will Patterson here again with another Illustrator tutorial. Thank you so much for the past support on the channel or on the specific video about the pen tool. You guys really liked it, Adobe really liked it, and I'm going to be doing another video today all about monograms, and a lot of you guys asked me how I do them and how it works with the Pathfinder tool and how I get all the different cuts and stuff with the monograms. And this will really help you guys not only just understand the monogram side of things, but it's going to help you guys understand different parts of Illustrator itself. So I'm going to go ahead and do a CU monogram. So the letters C and U. I'm going to get my rectangle tool out and I'm just going to bring out a little rectangle like so. And I'm going to switch the fill to a stroke by pressing Shift X. And then I'm going to go ahead down here and change the weight to about 18, even a bit less than that if we wanted to, like so. I'm going to get my direct selection tool up here, or you can press A. And I'm going to select these two parts here and just move them in like so. And what that does is it curves this end here, and that's going to make the U and the C. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little scissors tool over here by pressing C, and I'm going to go to these anchor points and cut these anchor points, select this path here, and then I'm going to delete it. This little artifact that you see here is just because Illustrator is glitching out on my computer for some reason. But there we go, we've got a backward C. So I'm just going to move this by rotating it to the right. And then we've got the C. This seems really long, but this is how monograms generally go down. They're quite long, and it just works better that way. It gives you more room to work with. Now to do a U and a C, I'm just going to press Command C and then Command F, which is going to copy a version of the C on top. So I'm going to press R and rotate this up 90 degrees, and we should have a perfectly centered U to the C. Now what we want to do with the monogram is we want to make it more defined, and we're going to cut out certain parts of this to make it look really cool, like it's a shape that's morphed into itself, and it just makes it a ton more interesting for logo design and little monogram art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this version here but make a new artboard by pressing down here. If you don't have your artboard thing there, go to Window, go to Artboards, and you'll find it. I'm going to then Alt drag over to my other artboard. That's going to make a copy of it, so I have like a copy to refer back to if I ever screw up on this one. And then I'm going to actually create these into outlines, or I'm actually going to go ahead and basically make these into shapes, because right now it's just one path with a big stroke, but I want these to be actual shapes. So I'm going to highlight my work here, go up to Object, go down to Path, and then go to Outline Stroke. And as you can see, it's made it into a little shape. Now, these are two separate shapes now, and we can't change the path because the path's moved to the outside. So what we can do now actually is really edit this shape and these letters. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I'm going to copy this version or the U. I'm going to press Command C, and you'll know why in a second. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to cut out this part here of the C, so only this part is showing through the C. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a square around the U. I'm going to highlight the U and the square, and going over to the Pathfinder function over here. If you don't have it, go up to Window and then down to Pathfinder. But go over to the Pathfinder function. I'm going to use the word intersect, or the function intersect. And what that does is it basically deletes everything but the shape that you selected with another shape. So we've got this shape here, and we're going to cut this shape from this one, but we need to enlarge the shape exactly to the proportions of which it's at. So I'm going to go over to Object, go down to Path, and then we're going to offset the path. Now what this does is it basically, if I put the preview on, you can see that it makes the path a bit bigger, and we can choose the pixel distance. I'm going to choose 10 and press OK. And that's going to make a new shape on the outside of that inner shape. So all we need to do now is to delete this shape from this shape. We need to highlight this shape, which is already highlighted. Shift click onto the C, go over to the Pathfinder, and then minus front. And you can see that this shape has been cut out. Now we don't need this bit of the shape anymore, so I'm just going to select that and delete it. But then I'm going to press Command F. What Command F does is it pastes in front and exactly where it was. If you press Command V, like so, it will paste it in a different area. So make sure you press Command F. So we want to continue this every time we have an intersection here, and we're going to alternate it. So this time on the C, we're going to make sure that the C is going through the U. So what we need to do is make sure that the C, when we highlight it, that it isn't a group, and we can tell by looking up here. We need to make this into a compound path, otherwise it's going to act a bit funny with the Pathfinder functions. So press Command A and that'll change it to a compound path, and you'll see it up here. Then we're going to press Command C to copy it. We're going to repeat the process. Get your little selection tool out, or your actual rectangle tool. Place it on top of the area of the C of which we're going to be using the effect on. Highlight the C and highlight the square. Press intersect, and we're just going to go to Object, Path, Offset Path, and the setting should already be there, same as last time. Now we're going to just go ahead and highlight the U, minus front it again. Delete this little part here and press Command F. And you can see there that we've done it again like so. So basically once we've done two of them, we just need to do the opposite sides of them, and it works like that. So I'm just going to speed this little process up for you because I may do it wrong every now and then because it is quite the difficulty doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my U, press Command A, press Command C to copy it. And then I'm going to create a square around it, intersect it, Object, Path, Offset Path, delete that. We've done that correctly. So that's the U showing there. So we need the C showing here. So we're going to highlight the C again, or we're going to make it into a compound path. Highlight it here. Make sure we've copied it actually. This is a problem. You'll keep running into problems like that. It's like a lot of management going on here. Intersect that and just repeat the process of offsetting the path. And there we go, we've done it just like that. Now you can be a lot more creative with this, and it takes some time to actually get used to it, but hopefully you guys will get to understand a little bit more about how to use a Pathfinder function from this, and it actually helps with your overall sense of what Illustrator is all about. And it looks pretty cool because you can see it's definitely defined now, and it's very interesting to look at. You know, I've done it for different shapes and stuff. You can check my Instagram out from a few months ago when I did a couple monograms. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Go check out some of the other videos. Go check out the pen tool video if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon.